Welcome back, YouTube. We are continuing MSQ, and we're actually over here at the Sapsa spawning grounds, and we're going to defeat any Sahagin that appear. This is the first start of the attack, or at least the counter-attack, I guess you would say. Notice something a little bit different. I am what you're doing now. Alright, off of the recording, we've been leveling Lancer up to and up to where Warrior would be. Headless Warriors around the corner. Whew, dangerous. Alright. We're moving forward. Need to eat some food too. Get some health back. I don't want to be there for that. Don't want to be there for the fate, and I don't want to fight any unnecessary enemies. These are level 50. These are on par. We're currently 49 actually. Dangerous. Oh no, I'm already at half health. I'm probably gonna die here. To be honest, we're not super geared. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Alright, so we're gonna go level up a little bit and we'll come back to this section. So we'll go ahead and time skip. Okay, so we are back. I've done some leveling. I've got some gear. And I got some help here from Zai. So we did some roulettes and stuff, and I got, I think, 3 levels. I got 2 levels, and I'm just about to hit 53. So thank you, Zaya, for helping. And yeah, we're right around the corner from 53. We're also right around the corner from where we need to continue MSQ for. These aren't hitting as hard as they were. I'm actually also doing like a ton of damage now. I was struggling to kill anything here. I mean, I talk about it like you didn't just see it, but for me it's been like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue. I'm gonna just grab this guy. It's not a problem. Oh, and of course you're ranged. Semi-ranged. Alright, now we can go in here. These 2 dudes killed me. These are up to level. Look at how much more damage I do now. So much better. Yeah, so much better. So much more comfy. Oh, there's more. Oh, that's right, it was 2 sets. Yeah, so much more damage, thank goodness. Okay, that one's done. Where to next? A little bit further in. We have some food on, but I'm just gonna re-up. Excuse me. I've just been drinking water. I don't understand why I'm guessing. Okay, we're almost there. There it is. Oh, I should have. Oh, it's not too bad. I should have waited until I was done killing this guy, but just make a cannon if there was more enemies. enemies than there should have been. And these are the Reaver? Something Reaver, yeah. It started hurting a little bit more. Did have like 4-on-1 for a second. I also forgot to put the music back on. Oxalotls. Let's do it. I like this because it feels like I have to like fight my way to a shoulder. We'll skip past this one. I really like this onion armor. Oh, come on. Alright, what do we got, Ishtola? She looks like she's like down for the count. Why are you so... Pray do not concern yourself. It was but a blank glancing blow. The Aetherite is close at hand. Let us press on. Rusty on voices today. Oh, snap. It's a lot of reinforcement. What? They're working together.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Yeah. Oh, Thancred.
Did I miss much?
Yukiri, let's go! Oh, she's hype. She's so hype. That ninja, though. So does that mean canonically Thancred is a rogue and she's a ninja? Because we don't be doing... we'll see.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance or efficiency.
I think this is a different voice now. Pretty certain. Oh! Okay, my guy, ninja it up. Prove me wrong. Nice. Nice, dude. Style points. She's like, ooh. Okay. But let's be real. If we could get more moves like that look like that sort of like backflip and everything, that cartwheel into the backflip.
To the Aetherite.
I don't want to queue up for Crystal Tower and stuff so I can get more. I want to complete the onion set now. Chest piece is cool. I like the tassos on the back. Tasso? Tassel. Tassel.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Badass.
been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled Swordwalker, tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
Oh! Alright, I'm gonna keep clicking on dialogue, but it's hot where I am, so I'm just gonna get out of a sweatshirt and sweatpants.
Seven hells.
That was crazy.
Down, if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal.
I've never seen this before, and that's kind of wild.
Oh, mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish Shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens forfend. Damn it all!
My being am the way. But it should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised
That's why you don't work with Asians.
everlasting.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
I never knew that. It's kind of crazy. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raze entire coastal settlements if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. It happened the 7 hells are we to prevent it. Merlwyb is brooding over Leviathan's return. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure. But Limalayan herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Whirl in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. They'll await you in the command room. I almost said common room. You are expected in the command room. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the Company of Heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, Such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
It will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsolo Minsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Really dig the Onion Knight armor. We speak to you, Giri. Being held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes. The details are yet hazy, Admiral. They have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Stola said. None can save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having waged glimpses of survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed Primal Slayer's claims. MSQ, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for reckoning in idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosha. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. We are heading... can we go to Costa del Sol and then we'll just go south? We sure can. See you then. Alright, here we are. Now look here, you. You have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. Sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you. And before I mucked out the chocobo stables. And before I rolled that millstone over to the mill. And also before... Those are some butt cheeks. Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days. And do you hear me complaining? But I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright. Give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Tracto made a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, cause I won't be repeating myself. Modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you kin? The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. Gonna die by diabetes. Now, Leviabetus is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as members long. And that's no man feat. Mean feat, man. Whoa. Let me tell you. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happens next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots, but not wanting to take all the glory for myself. I let my mates and the company heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some ways you can never truly beat Leviabetus. They've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. It's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble them, and that don't happen much. Me member's tiny. It's pathetic. Oh my god. Sure as hell didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with me own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back. I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day lording about the harbor when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent, some moms off the coast with a fleet of galleons making straight for it. Cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right there and then. What? Oh gods, just remembering that day made me soil myself all over again. Hey, wait. If you're here asking after Leviabetus, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you end up in his gullet or the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless lying whore, son. I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. MSQ, this is Minfilia. We're able to learn aught of use against Leviathan. I beg your pardon? Leviabetus? I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Moraby dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you are able. I mean, that was a nice, fun little detour, you know, I guess. We could have just gone straight there, but I guess we gotta drag it. Whatever. This is gonna be Leviathan hard or no, it's gonna be hard. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Whorl Eater, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her progenous Chanzage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Whorl Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word. Enzar stands ready to send you off to your encounter with the Lord of the Whorl. I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Whorl Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Naldic and Vimelius are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Stola would have you assist in this effort. It is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. On your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Stola, if you would join the 3rd Levy, and Lady Ogiri the 5th. But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. Would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Amask. May the crystal bless and keep you. All right, and we're going to queue up for this. And as soon as we get in, we'll be right back. Alrighty, and so I've been in queue for a little bit. Zaya's actually going to help us again. We're going to do this unsynced. So we'll see how this goes. Ooh, that's spooky. Full speed ahead, let's go. Oh. Just want his attention. Oh, he's coming down. Oh. Oh, the music. Okay. Look how my guy just looks fucking ready, dude. more excited now that I actually know what the hell's going on. Didn't even make a splash. Didn't even make a splash. Now who do we speak to? Now where do we go? Okay, we gotta go back to Limsa, so see you in a sec. Alright, and we're back. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits. But today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink, wink. Oh my.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
You do, he's standing right there.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish
Can be
to
so
the
soft-spoken
Indians,
sometimes.
but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well.
Oh, that's how you get ninja. That's probably how you get ninja.
Besides, your art is
The
not
rogue
so
starts in
outlandish as you
Limsa.
think.
Oh.
Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity.
Ready here.
Its members are trained in a form of combat, not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for
His
a chance
face.
encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa or received an education in Sharlayan. taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
He's like, you too?
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial
Oh
knowledge with your people.
shit, that is how you get the ninja. That's tight. I like that.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion?
Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning, but when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Pretty heavy. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there, and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I'm obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Leminson society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You might work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. So now we go to... That's actually here. It's actually not too far. I've spent so much time just loitering here, AFKing and of the sort. So the city songs tend to put me to sleep sometimes. They're very peaceful, very calming. Got business with me, venture? So you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his shiting and gritting. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner that Merlwib says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, my lady. I am Yugiri of Doma. It's an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Lims is a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so, you have developed fighting techniques suited to his purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. Theirs, which is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, you Gary of what can we get acquainted in more private surrounds? Ha, it didn't come out right, did it? Master MSQ, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Don't think we'll be doing that on this character, but looking forward to it on my character that I do all of the job quests on. Much and more has occurred since first I had beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I've kept you overlong. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Two more down and go.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo, though I cannot well explain the how of it. It would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord.
So ledge.
I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Oh, that's a 110. Oh, but I have Azima's earrings. I'm not sure how long these cutscenes are going to take, so I'm going to go ahead and end this section here. We'll see you in the next one. Words are hard.